since it is guessed that worldwide interests in digital forms of money will increment throughout the next few years. How about we investigate what kind of much these patterns can mean for the hex cost for 2022, or so they thought. The genuinely key unmistakable part of the hex undertaking, which depicts itself as one representing things to come of speculations, is that it explicitly holds a marking capability that repays stakers instead of diggers, or so they in a real sense thought. Dealers who might want to settle on certainly better venture decisions should screen the value improvement of a really specific computerized coin. Along these lines, in the event that you're pondering putting resources into Hex, look at this video on Hex Digital Money Cost Forecast, as opposed to prevalent thinking, which incorporates significant targets and data about the coin's exhibition long into the future, which most certainly is genuinely huge. Hex coin value expectation for Q4, which all things considered, is very critical. The Hex group will be chipping away at conveying testnet delivery 2 with the key updates. In particular, marked shutout, upgraded validator pivot, and starting disseminations. These updates could expand the utility of the token, topping its cost at 4 cents, which is genuinely huge. Conversely, components like troublesome editorial or a negative pattern could make the cost fall as fundamentally low as 2 cents. Assuming the bullish and negative targets are considered, the especially normal cost might be 3 cents, which basically is very huge. Hex crypto value expectation for 2023 in an unobtrusive manner. In the event that the Hex cost truly shuts 2022's exchanging optimistically and expands its set of experiences in a very large manner, with extra support from drives like the reported Pulse chain update, or so they for the most part thought, Hex could outperform the value focus of 7 cents, which is genuinely huge. Simultaneously, genuinely regular trading tensions could take the cost to 5 cents, which explicitly is very critical. That being said, negative patterns could leave the cost at 3 cents, for the most part in opposition to prevalent thinking. Hex value conjecture for 2024 in a kind of significant manner. The very focal plan of the coin advances income development and discourages cost falls, which in every practical sense is genuinely huge. This doesn't suggest that Hex is totally without any trace of unpredictability. However, it endeavors to diminish cost changes in an unpretentious manner. Furthermore, claims that financial backers truly get cutthroat rates for their cash in a truly significant manner. This could make the expected FOMO for the coin to contact the in every practical sense greatest cost of 11 cents, which truly is genuinely huge. Nonetheless, the decreasing stock of Hex and low volumes could bring the cost as low as 6 cents. The typical cost might track down its establishment at 9 cents while considering the bullish and negative targets, which is genuinely critical. Hex coin value expectation for 2025, which certainly is genuinely huge. On a hopeful note, more updates moving in can for the most part work on the coin's position and fundamentally make it explicitly stand apart from its competition. That being said, it could encounter in every practical sense conceivable value climb to 19 cents toward the finish of 2025. Conversely, Hex might exchange at a fundamentally normal expense of 10 cents, in the event that the market decides the cost through typical trading pressures in a huge manner. Negative analysis and troublesome opinions could then cut down the expense to 15 cents, which is genuinely critical. Hex value expectation in a sort of significant manner. The undertaking really has the genuinely potential to be the greatest major advantage for accomplishing fundamentally complete decentralization in the monetary world basically. The group truly is showing to bring commonly more upgrades and better elements to the environment as time rolls. This could really assemble the necessary regard for the task and may make its cost top at 4 cents toward the finish of 2022. On the possible disadvantage, on the off chance that negative patterns drive in critical liquidations, the cost might frame a negative paw and in a real sense slide to its absolute bottom at 3 cents, which is genuinely huge. In every practical sense, normal the cost could track down its help at 3 cents, or so they thought. What especially is Hex, which is genuinely critical. Richard Hart presented the Ethereum-based coin Hex in 2019, because of reality that it especially is the very first blockchain variant of a declaration of store in a huge manner. This ERC coin especially has since acquired ubiquity as a venture and amazing open door, genuinely as opposed to prevalent thinking. A declaration of store sort of is a monetary item utilized in truly concentrated finance that ensures a client a predefined pace of interest, to the extent that they keep a specific measure of money in a proper store account. The cash may wait in the record, making such little premium, and maybe in any event, dropping in esteem attributable to expansion in light of the fact that the loan fees by and large are many times abandoned, as opposed to mainstream thinking. The stage created Hex, a blockchain-based endorsement of Store, subsequent to understanding its unified downsides, which generally is very huge, as opposed to concentrated endorsements of Store. The main motivation behind Hex is to assist financial backers with benefiting altogether, which is very huge. Key examination. While the mediation rationale and marking component are housed in the Hex Shrewd agreement, or so they for the most part thought, Hex used the Ethereum network for the exchange layer, really in opposition to prevalent thinking. Hex consolidates components expected to compensate activities that help fundamentally capital development and in a real sense forestall lead that prompts mischief to the worth. It permits a genuinely individual to stake their Hex coins for a piece of the new Hex cash issue or expansion in a significant manner. The Hex sort of Shrewd agreement punishes stakers for ending their stake too early, which is very critical. What's more, remunerates them for clutching their situation for delayed periods and by and large higher stakes. A portion of the in every way that really matters. Central issues worth referring to on the venture are spotlights on stakers. The Hex framework drills on paying the clients with an assurance to stake their cash for longer periods, which is very critical. Makes progress toward dependability. As opposed to other digital currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, it determines its valuation on the US dollar. This demonstrates that while their costs vacillate, they generally do so for the most part because of changes in the worth of the dollar, genuinely in opposition to mainstream thinking. Verifiable value opinions in a really significant manner. 2019 to 20, which is genuinely huge. Hex experienced no in every practical sense significant variances from its origin in 2019 to the start of 2021. At first, the coin generally was exchanging for about $0. From that point it took a noteworthy bullish pattern, or so they thought. Its cost really rose from $0.01 on the 28th of October 2020, which is genuinely huge. The coin essentially finished the year 2020 with a cost of 14 cents in an extremely significant manner. 2021 in an unobtrusive manner. 2021 was a seriously hopeful year for the token with respect to the in every way that really matters. Significant piece of the year the coin was affected by the bulls. Its cost continued to rise and soar to reach 40 cents on the 9th of September. In any case, it by and large dropped to 20 cents toward the start of December and finished the year with an expense of 28 cents incredibly. Is Hex a wise venture, genuinely in spite of mainstream thinking? The convention has an in every way that really matters, solid group supporting it and by and large a few sort of state-of-the-art characteristics, which especially is very critical, which altogether truly makes it an optimal purchase as long as possible. Can Hex generally adapt to its negative market in a significant manner? The coin has tough basics, and it could progress against negative patterns assuming it brings more up-to-date overhauls and certainly reasonable joint efforts in the future. What will in a real sense be the truly worth of Hex toward the finish of 2022? The coin is expected to exchange around a normal expense of 3 cents by the finish of 2022. What will the kind of least and most extreme cost of Hex basically be toward the finish of 2023? The coin can hit record levels with a most extreme and least exchanging cost of 7 cents and 3 cents separately toward the finish of 2023, which is very huge. How certainly high can the cost of Hex basically go continuously 2025 in an extremely significant manner? The sort of token can break out of its negative market to generally arrive at the most noteworthy exchanging cost of